Hello guys, this video is part 2 of the guide. So if you still haven't seen the first part, please do so because it is critically important to do so in order to get the benefit. Otherwise, we're starting in a moment. So let's go to the main training steps. Again, before executing any of these steps, please make sure you're feeling completely fine. And I strongly suggest you to watch the complete guide to the end before starting with the execution of these steps. So for starting out, pick a simplistic circuit, preferably one that you know well, preferably one without hills and mountains. Pick a slower car, one with a roof, something like a BMW 3 Series, for example. Not rally car or not F1. Pick practice mode with simple conditions without any other cars on the track. Now for now I would ask you to not think of how cool it looks in VR and just focus on the driving. Or if you want to look around, do so before starting to move. Start driving really slowly. Don't think about the lap times or anything, just focus on starting out really slowly, preferably at around 30 to 40% of your speed. Keep your speed constant on the straights and be very careful when accelerating and decelerating. Now, don't look to the sides when you're going. Just look straight as if you were looking through the monitor, because any of that might make you sick. Do not crash, do not go on the grass, do not touch the curbs. If you feel that you won't be able to avoid that, then close your eyes, let go of the wheel, and take off your headset. Set your phone timer for a specific time target. For example, 2 minutes is a good starting point for the very first time, if you do stick to the instructions that I mentioned before. Now, nobody can really tell how much for the first time is optimal. It really depends on the person, so it might be as low as 20 seconds and it might be over 10 minutes. It depends on your overall experience with VR, I guess, and how your body generally acts to it. Now, don't try to play a hero if you're, for example, a good driver in real life. That doesn't mean you're going to be more resistant to VR motion sickness. Now, observe your body and see how it's reacting to it. If at any point you start feeling at least something weird, or if you're starting to feel unsure if you're feeling weird, then stop immediately. Close your eyes and take off your headset. Again, don't brake aggressively. If you're feeling that you're really sensitive to this, then after finishing your first time, just close your eyes and take off your headset, because the braking at the end might actually make you sick. Now, the goal here is to really not get motion sick. So just drive for as long as you need for your target time and then stop. But if you're feeling anything weird before, then just be sure to stop. Now, if you feel that you've gotten at least a little bit sick, then take some more time to rest, as much as you need actually. Otherwise, if everything's good and you're feeling all well, then take about 20 minutes to rest from this. Okay, now we're going to be talking about the execution and repetition of these steps. So we're going to be repeating these steps, but we're going to be slowly starting to increase the time and load. So for the second time, don't change anything in your driving style. That's assuming, of course, that the first time you didn't have any problems doing it for 2 minutes. If you did get sick, then maybe you should even target a smaller amount of time than last time. So again, set the timer and stop after the specific amount of time. Then again, rest for 15 to 20 minutes. Try to aim for driving for 10 minutes. And if you're all good, then stop after those 10 minutes and rest again for 15 to 20 minutes. Now, if all was good and you were feeling well after the exercises, you can probably increase the speed by 20% and go for about 12 minutes. Now, after all of these runs, I would actually suggest you to take a longer break for at least 1 hour, because driving like this should have made you tired even if not sick. Then after getting back, you can target for 16 or 17 minutes, or you can increase the speed again and then reduce the time a bit, for example, to 10 minutes with increased speed, and then at some point rest and increase the time to 17 to 21 minutes. Now, if you're able to drive like that for 25 minutes without any problems and all is good, you can try increasing the load in other ways. For example, then you could try looking to the sides once in a while when driving, while slowly trying to do it more and more so that you get more and more comfortable with that. Later you can switch to a faster car if you want. You can try adding some AIs, but make them as slow as possible and make sure you're not racing them. If you feel that the AIs are really too fast, like in Assetto Corsa, even at the lowest settings, then you can try taking a faster car than the AIs so that you don't need much effort in overtaking them. And you can try looking at them when going side by side. And that's the end of part 2. The next part, we're going to be discussing some important notes on the steps that we have presented today and switching to different disciplines and simulators. I'd be grateful if you left a like if you did like this video. And please subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any of my next videos.